Bro. Bro! Tonight, we're here to have fun.
When it comes to celebrity lifestyle, they all try to live by some standard, trying to not say things that would make them appear bad, sometimes appear self-conceited, because when you're in everybody's face, what you do matters a lot. It has to be something that is generally accepted. In most cases, it's not only the clothes they wear, but the style they see that fits them, which their fans will try to copy. And in most times, you'll see their quotes on the internet, words their fans try to live their lives by, and as a result of this, every one of them tries to watch what they say. Kanye West is most definitely known for times where he has said what he felt without giving a single care, even though what he always says and does is a genuine reflection of how he feels, and he can sometimes come off as self-conceited, but most times hilarious as hell. Today, we're going to be taking you through 10 times that Kanye West did something funny, and I'm sure that they're going to make you laugh too. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notification to always get the best gist firsthand. Number 1. When Kanye attacked Taylor Swift in 2009's VMAs.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
On September 13th in 2009 at the MTV Video Music Awards, Taylor Swift was awarded the Best Female Video for her high school love song, You Belong With Me. She barely had time to collect her award and render her thanks speech before Kanye West rushed to the stage in his usual not-so-subtle manner to air his objections. He grabbed the microphone out of Taylor's hands and said, "I'm sorry, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time," referring to the undeniable danceable single ladies. Swift was obviously hurt. Quote, "I was standing on stage and I was really excited because I just won the award. And then I'm really excited because Kanye West was on stage," she told People magazine. "And then I wasn't excited anymore after that." Definitely, people who know Kanye West found this hilarious because that's not the first time that he would do such a thing. He has a habit of airing his displeasures at award shows. He walked out of the 2004 American Music Awards after losing the Best New Artist title to country singer Gretchen Wilson. "I was the best new artist this year," he complained backstage. 2 years later, West crashed the stage of the 2006 MTV Europe Music Awards and launched into a profanity-laced rant after losing in the Best Hip-Hop Artist category to Justice and Simeon. West said his Touch the Sky video was better because it cost $1 million. Pamela was in it, I was jumping across cannons. He later apologized, explaining that he enjoyed a little sippy sip before the ceremony. Whether it was a case of being under the influence of alcohol or not, it sure was funny as hell. Number 2. His love for misspelled words and capital letters. Kanye West loves the caps lock key. He also loves misspelled words, exclamation points, and unnecessary grandstanding. He regularly uses his KanyeUniversity.com blog to post about his accomplishments, but in January of 2009, he outdid himself. Quote, "Yo, why won't you let me be great?" End quote. West complained on January 22nd in a rambling, nonsensical blog post that seems to be about his hacked MySpace and Gmail accounts. Quote, "Please, I beg you, give me a break. Please let me be great." End quote. He ended his tirade by posting a photo of himself performing at one of President Obama's inaugural balls and observing, quote, "Look how fresh my suit is," end quote. Pretty self-conceited, some might think. Some might think it's even funny, but that's just Kanye being Kanye. Number 3, a case of blame shifting. During Tennessee's Bonnaroo Music Festival in 2008, Kanye's set was pushed back nearly 2 hours, or so Kanye's side of the story says. To the Bonnaroo fans, who weren't as easygoing as stereotypes about the gathering's fans would imply, the rapper was nearly 2 hours behind schedule, as it was nearly 4:30 in the morning before he took stage, and they were pissed off. The following day, musician Robert Randolph led his audience in an enthusiastic chant of "Kanye sucks."
Everybody say Kanye sucks.
Kanye, in his normal must-say-my-mind manner, took his phone to rant as he was pissed. "I'm typing so effing hard I might break my effing MacBook Air. Call me any name you want, but never say I didn't give my all." He went on to blame the concert's organizers for failing to grasp the awesomeness of his performance. Quote, We were obviously dealing with effing idiots who didn't really have the capacity to really put on a show properly. They tried to give me a time slot where it was still light outside. I have an effing light show, dumbass. It's not gonna glow in the dark for no reason, Squid Brains. Squid Brains? Maybe that was a little bit too much, but it sure was funny. Number 4, when he talked off script.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
In a classic Kanye is a God manner, Kanye proved that he didn't need a teleprompter since it belittled him apparently. During a live TV fundraiser for the victims of Hurricane Katrina after the storm, Kanye ditched the lines prepared for him in favor of a minute-plus political diatribe. As co-presenter Mike Myers stared blankly ahead, the rapper blasted the media's portrayal of Katrina's black victims and added memorably, quote, "George Bush doesn't care about black people," end quote. At which point the show's producers cut him off and abruptly moved to the next presenter. NBC later disavowed the statement and edited the accusation out of the program's West Coast rebroadcast, but Kanye's point was made. By sheer coincidence, of course, earlier that week he had released the album Late Registration, which went on to sell 3.5 million copies. Number 5, he doesn't tweet. Chances are, if you're a celebrity, you have at some point been impersonated on Twitter. But in May of 2009, Kanye responded to the authors of faux Kanye Twitter feeds as only Kanye can. Quote, "I don't have an effing Twitter," he wrote in all caps on his blog. "Hey Twitter, take the so-called Kanye West Twitter down now. Why? Because my caps lock key is loud." That's just seriously hilarious. Number 6, Kanye Jesus, Jesus Kanye. If you remember clearly, you would remember the story of John Lennon, who actually compared himself to Jesus.
We meant more to kids than Jesus did, or religion at that time.
Like the Jesus. Well, a lot of people had a couple things to say about John. Scorn, amazement, and everything else you'd think of. Kanye is not a stranger to these streets, and the street has come to acknowledge him to be one of the celebrities who would drop weird statements from time to time. It was then not strange to his fans when, like John, he compared himself to Jesus. However, he didn't just stop there, as he proceeded to pose as him. Kanye appeared in a crown of thorns on a 2006 Rolling Stone cover. This was after his 2005 Grammy win for Jesus Walks. He defends his action and apparently his ego, saying, quote, "You want me to be great, but you don't want me to say I'm great," end quote. This showed that his action and statement were one of reassurance as the best, which a lot of fans found hilarious. Number 7, pee break. There's this unspoken rule about how people are to behave when in a live show, the things not to say mostly, and some TV shows go through the pain of imitating the guests on the questions to be asked and ways to comport themselves. Well, Kanye will always be Kanye. West was in deep conversation with O'Brien on NBC's Late Night, and suddenly we hear him change the topic to a whole different lane. He says, quote, "I have to use the bathroom, really, really bad," end quote. Okay, for everyone and even the world's best host, this statement can't be heard without leaving an effect. Despite the shock, O'Brien quickly recovers from his initial shock and smoothly notes that, quote, "It's added a sense of urgency to what you're saying, which I think is valuable," end quote. Although Kanye managed to hang in there for a while, sitting through the rendition of the Bee Gees' Staying Alive, he finally gets to leave, and Conan says, quote, "I'm a good host. I'm gonna get you to the bathroom right now." Number 8, the case of a bad review. Not all celebrities handle criticism well, and it's no news that Kanye doesn't handle criticism well enough. That is why, rather than being shocked, most people found this scenario pretty funny. Entertainment Weekly writer Chris Wilson made the mistake of giving West's glow-in-the-dark tour a B+, and not surprisingly, he got a piece of Kanye. Kanye made it clear to the world that there is no middle ground to grading his performances. Quote, "What's a B+ mean?" West demanded on his blog. "I'm an extremist. It's either pass or fail, A+ or F-. You know what? F you and F the whole effing staff," end quote. He went on to say that only a very miserable person could have written such a misguided review. Number 9, the Martin Lewis King Jr.
Who do you know with 2 thumbs in their own Louis shoe? This guy.
For what exact reason Kanye did this, we still can't fathom, but it doesn't change what actually transpired. In early of 2009, West designed a high-top sneaker for luxury fashion house Louis Vuitton, and expectedly had to promote his design. However, what shocked people about this was his chosen way of promoting his design. he announced that he would be changing his name to Martin Lewis the King Jr., the name of the inspirational civil rights leader. This got a lot of people rolling on the floor, because it's impossible to spot the correlation between the civil rights leader and the brightly colored footwear line of $800 to $1,140. This nickname didn't stick, as no one called him anything other than what he's previously been called, Kanye West. And number 10, false rumors or not. The 2005 Live 8 concert tour, which was intended to raise awareness of global poverty and AIDS, was a huge hit. But during the Philadelphia stop of the tour, Kanye raised awareness in his own unique and bizarre way, shocking the crowd while espousing the widely debunked claim that AIDS was a man-made disease and was placed in Africa just like crack was placed in the black community to break up the Black Panthers. Just in case anyone missed his point, he reasserted his belief in the lyrics of his 2005 hit, Heard 'Em Say, "And I know the government administered AIDS, so I guess we just pray like the ministers say." And that rounds out our list of 10 times that Kanye West did something funny. Are you surprised that he could actually be this funny? Leave us a comment in the section below. Hit the like button, subscribe to our video, and if you haven't already done so, hit that bell notification button so you are notified the moment we have more great content. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.